Do I think people who stay home and take care of a loved one should be paid? That's a good question.
Absolutely, I think they should get paid because it'll benefit both people.
Not really. Sort of. Maybe.
I don't think you should be paid because you should be doing it out of the greatness of your heart.
It's a sacrifice to have a parent at home or to have a child at home, and not one that everybody can afford.
We often hear about the emotional impact of caregiving, but what about the economic impact? Unpaid care work takes millions of Canadians out of the workforce each year. So if care work is costing us all, is the answer to pay caregivers? Ask anyone trying to balance a career with caregiving, and they'll tell you that being reimbursed for their time sounds like paradise. How fitting then that Hawaii was one of the first places in the world to begin giving out a weekly amount to caregivers. What made the islands the right place for a program like this?
We are very fortunate in this state that it's something we grow up with.
This is Carolyn Kadirao, Director of the Executive Office on Aging for Hawaii. She says caregiving is in the island's makeup, owing to its indigenous history.
I mean, obviously, I'm Caucasian, but I was raised here, so it's part of the fabric of the community to care for one another.
You might know the word ohana, or family, and how important it is to Hawaiians. But there would be no ohana without kupuna, the foundation of any family.
So kupuna really means grandparent, ancestor, or any honored elder in the community. And kupuna is an important link to the knowledge in the community. So it may not be a blood relative, but we revere all honored elders as kupuna.
The cultural importance of the elderly makes it so many Hawaiians feel it is their duty to handle caregiving responsibilities themselves. Yet, the island's circumstances make this duty tough. Hawaii's remote location makes it a great getaway, but also gives it an extremely high cost of living.
It's very complex because the cost of living affects everything.
Elder care can be up to 50% more expensive than elsewhere in the U.S. The Hawaiian government saw the stress Hawaiians were under to stay at work while maintaining care and set out to assist them. The resulting Kupuna Care Act was the first of its kind in the U.S. The program allocates a weekly amount to caregivers to be used on whatever they require. The money isn't there to make caregiving their full-time job. It's there to help them keep their full-time job.
What caregivers provide to society is so valuable. You know, them staying in the workforce, being productive members of society while their loved ones being cared for is so important.
When we discuss how to improve caregiving, so often our focus is on those receiving care. Yet, every care relationship is made up of two parts. Programs like the Kupuna Care Act recognize this.
After the first year, we saw that caregivers were less stressed. We also saw the care recipients feeling better too. We saw that many of our caregivers that were on the brink of possibly leaving the workforce decided to stay. So it did help to stabilize the workforce.
We can all learn from the Hawaiians' reverence for their kupuna, but we can also learn from the importance they place on the ohana that support them. After all, the only way to make sure our elders get the best care is to ensure that those who care for them are supported themselves.
Just look back on your roots and use that to guide you in your caregiver journey.